Morning, Rock Hill. This is Pastor Kyle with your Monday morning sermon recap. Yesterday we looked at 10 years as a church, celebrated what God has called us to and what God has done in the last 10 years, and then dreamed about what God might do in the future. And so we looked at Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 1 to 14, and realized that as a church, as the people of God, in many ways we live as exiles in a city that is our own, but not our own, not our true home. And so how are we to posture ourselves in our communities and in our cities? Jeremiah 29 has a lot to instruct us as God writes to the people of God living in the city of Babylon. And he instructs them not to withdraw from the city, but rather to engage in the city, not to accommodate to the city and become Babylonian, but remain a distinctly countercultural people within the context of the city, not be against the city, but to pray for the city and seek the well-being of the city, but to live in a counterculturally different way that shows that God is king in our little city. And so in many ways, that gives us the framework that as a church, we are to live as a little city within the larger city of Duluth and Superior that seeks the peace and the well-being and the prosperity of the city, that becomes stakeholders in the cities. We plant gardens, we build houses, we settle down, we multiply, we do not decrease. But we live under a different rule and reign than the rest of the city. We show people what life looks like under the kingdom of God, under the lordship of Jesus Christ. And as we do that, we bless the city and we display the power of the gospel. And so God has done some incredible things in the last 10 years, and we're dreaming for more. We're dreaming that God would multiply disciples in small groups and local churches in this region so that we actually begin to change the spiritual landscape of Duluth. Would love to start planting churches one a year, Lord willing, so that we can begin to saturate our area, our community with the gospel of Jesus Christ and faithful communities of light that are doing the exact same thing, just in little different ways. And so would love to share with you what the next 10 years look like. Would love for you to be a part as you discover your spiritual gift and you are empowered to serve and to serve God's kingdom as well. Hope you guys are able to get together in your city groups and process through the implications of what that vision looks like for your life and the implications of that vision in your life. And so we want to celebrate what God has done, and we want to dream for what God might continue to do. So it is my great privilege to serve as a pastor. It's been a decade now. Lord willing, I pray that he would grant me 3 more decades, and that I would retire as the pastor of Rock Hill Community Church, maybe die as the pastor of Rock Hill Community Church, preaching the gospel, hating the music of the church, but loving the young people who love it when I'm old like that. So love you guys, and let's dream for many, many more. All right.